Good evening to all. Let us discuss on the demand and schedule in this video. So, what is demand law? So, the law that states as a consumer consumes more and more units of a specific commodity and successive units goes on diminishing. This is basically the definition of demand. So, for example, if we desire to buy a car but we don't have enough money to buy it, then this desire will remain just a wishful thinking and it will not be called a demand. If in spite of having enough money, you don't want to spend on it, the demand does not emerge. The desire becomes demand only when you are ready to spend money to buy a car. The law based upon three facts that is, consumer no longer wants to purchase. Different goods are not perfect substitutes. There is no change in the tastes of the consumers. So this is basically the supply and demand, total volume, product per service mix, timing, place, and so on. So this is a concept of demand. Is demand refers to effective demand, which implies desire, means to purchase, on willingness to purchase. So the features of demand are demand is always with reference to a specific price. Demand is a flow of quantity bought in a given period of time. Demand is like the consumer should have a desire and necessary purchasing power to be available with the consumer to buy the particular commodity, and the consumer should be willing to pay for the commodity as well. So the objective of demand analysis is individual demand and market demand, total market demand and market segment demand, and derived demand, industry demand, short-run demand, price demand, income demand, and gross demand. So these are all some of the objectives like demand forecasting, control of business, inventory control, economic planning, and policy making. So demand and quantity demanded are directly proportional to each other. Uh, Possible prices of a commodity and the change in the quantity demanded versus the change in demand is very essential to consider. So the demand schedule and demand curve is like this. When the price increases, the demand decreases. So demand and price are indirectly proportional to each other. So the factors which affects the demand are price of related goods, substitute goods, increase in price, automatically there will be increase in demand, decrease in price, there will be a decrease in demand. So complementary goods demanded together. These are all some of the factors, and the other factors are taste and preferences of the customer, especially in textile industries, influenced by advertisement, climate, new inventions, and so on. So when the demand decreases, consumers prefer. When the demand increases, consumers prefer to buy. When the demand decreases, consumer does not prefer to buy. So assumptions in the law of demand are the tastes and preferences should remain constant and there should not be any change in the income of the consumer and the prices should not get changed and no change in the price of the commodity. So some of the exemptions are apprehensions about future prices, status goods and given goods are some of the exceptions when the law of demand assumptions are taken care. So exception to the law of demand when the price is low, the quantity demanded is low. Okay. So this is what about the demand law. In our next video, we can see more case studies on demand and the supply relationship. Thank you.